Don't be hypnotized by the weave. That is not your hair. Like, girl, that is not your hair. You still need to take care of your hair. That still needs to come off, and you're still gonna be left with your hair. And you don't want to be 50, 60 years old with bald patches everywhere. So your hair texture changes. So not everybody has this silky, luscious hair that everybody acts like that's the only thing that exists and that's the only thing we should aspire to. No. Hi everyone, and welcome to this video about natural hair. Now, I know normally I talk a lot about hair extensions and making your hair longer and thicker and things like this and creating fabulous hairstyles. The truth of the matter is that's all very well and good, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a good foundation, as in you're not taking care of your own hair, then you're kind of wasting your time with all those other hairstyles, because at the end of the day, your hair needs to be a solid foundation before you then attach anything to it, clip anything to it, glue anything onto it, sew anything onto it, anything, you know, anyhow you can think of attaching something to your own hair. You have to take the time to take care of your own hair, because if you're basically putting all your attention on this other hair that you're just putting on your head, you're neglecting your own hair, and you need to have that strong structure for the rest of your life, that strong basis, so that when you're older, you're not actually going to end up with bald spots. You're not going to end up having to wear, you know, wigs all the time because you have no choice. And wigs are fabulous, don't get me wrong, I love wigs, I have wigs, but they're a matter of choice. You want to wear them as an option. So this video is really going to be about basically reminding ourselves, and I've been guilty of this also, reminding ourselves that we actually do need to take the time to actually take care of our own hair. And putting a great weave on your head does not mean that that is your hair. Like, yeah, it looks nice for a few months or however long you decide to keep it, but your own hair is there underneath, most often than not being neglected. And I've been guilty of doing exactly the same thing. You know, I got so lazy. I was like, you know what, this weave's in my head, like for a couple of months. I would wear my weave for a couple of months, like maybe even 3 months sometimes, and you just get so lackadaisical. Like, yes, I would wash my hair maybe once a week, the weave, but my own hair was just braided up underneath and not really getting the moisture it deserved, not getting the attention it deserved. And to be honest, I've worn permanent hair extensions now for maybe, I would say, about 8 or 7 years, on and off the majority of the time. And permanent hair extensions and methods like weave are fine, don't get me wrong, but if you abuse them, as with anything in life, too much of anything is a bad thing. Like, if you're wearing a weave and you're wearing it for 2 to 3 months, and then you don't even take a day out, like you don't even take a couple of days out when you're then changing your next weave. Like, some women, I used to actually go to the salon sometimes and just say, you know what, I just need to change my weave, I need to like put the relaxer on there, I need to take my hair out. So my hair is going through all this trauma. Like, it's basically been cornrowed, minding its own business for the past 2-3 months, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm just imagining if I was my hair follicles, like, it would just be like, what the hell is going on? Like, we've been sitting here for the past couple of months, barely getting the moisture and oils and things we deserve and need to grow and be healthy and full. And then this person's gonna come along. And I used to go to, like, and I'm embarrassed to say, but I used to actually go to some ratchet salons, like, and they didn't know what they were doing with my hair. Like, you know, because I live in London, there's so many near where I live. But I tell you, after the last time, I will not be going back. After the last time, I was like, Aisha, look at yourself. Is this a sign of somebody who cares about their hair and who cares about themselves? No. The way she was pulling on my hair, like the way she was tugging on my hair, like she's an African hairdresser, and it's just like, African hairdressers that deal with Afro hair need to know that, especially like, if you're not in Africa, number one, you're not in Africa. Number two, even in Africa, they will even treat you better. Like, sometimes I feel like some London hairstylists, I don't know what, like vex. Like, why are you vexed? Like, just be patient with people's hair. The cuticle, it's a delicate thing, especially when it's wet, especially when it's been relaxed. But this hairdresser was just like yanking at my hair, yanking at my hair. I had to tell her to calm down, to just stop. You know, it's not by force. If she doesn't want to do my hair nice, then it's fine. You know, going to the salon is supposed to be a relaxing experience. And I was like, you know what, I just don't want to be stressed out. I am just going to do my own hair at home from now, because if somebody else can be patient with my hair, then I will just be patient myself. And don't even get me wrong, I've actually been to more expensive salons. Some people will say, oh well, you should expect to get that if you go to like a ratchet like salon or whatever. But I've been to like expensive salons as well when I was still living in Scotland, and they burnt my neck with relaxer. Like this salon, like it was all bougie, as some people would say, it was all posh, like really nice, and they burnt my neck with relaxer. So I'm just like, after those experiences, I'm like, do you know what, I'm just gonna actually take my own hair into my own hands, because I love my hair. My hair is my crowning glory as a woman. It's my responsibility to take care of my own hair and to know and be informed and do the research. Yes, it's something I don't naturally know, because Afro hair, or any hair with like texture, anything like that, because I'm actually mixed race, but any hair with like texture is generally kind of more difficult to deal with, and it needs a lot more attention than say Caucasian hair would, that's silky. And not even all Caucasians have silky nice hair, because a lot of Caucasian or a lot of white women, they might have damaged their hair with dyeing, peroxide, all these other things over the years, and now they find the hair texture is different. Or sometimes with pregnancy as well, you see women, they say, well, you know, after my pregnancy my hair's never been the same. So your hair texture changes. So not everybody has this silky luscious hair that everybody acts like that's the only thing that exists and that's the only thing we should aspire to. No. Look at your hair, listen to your hair, take the time to get to know your hair, feel your hair day to day. It's so true. You will actually get to know when there's something different going on with your hair, when it feels thick, when it feels strong, when it's breaking, you can see it more. So that's basically why I started this journey. And I will show you a picture. Before, last year I was still wearing a weave, and my edges were ruined. Like basically I'll show you a picture. And I took my weave out around March, April time, and since then I'm just like, do you know what, enough is enough. Like I see so many people on YouTube, and I'm so glad YouTube exists, because then you can see it's possible to have long, healthy, luscious hair. Like black women, mixed race women, it's very possible to have long, healthy hair, but you need to be informed, you need to do the research, and you need to actually take care of your hair and make the time. So basically since like March, April, I'm just like, do you know what, I'm gonna stop this, because I'm actually abusing my hair. Like it's been 8 years now. I've basically been wearing permanent hair extensions in one form or another. Like I used to wear clip-ons back in the day, and I actually don't know why I stopped wearing clip-on hair extensions, because that was the healthiest my hair like was. Like my boyfriend at the time was like, do you know what, your hair is like really good condition. And then I don't know, I think weave can hypnotize you or something like that. Weave has hypnotizing powers, like, or tape-ins have hypnotizing powers. You start to trip, like you start to like think in your head, you know what, this hair is mine, like this is my hair, it's not your hair. So don't be hypnotized by the weave. Don't be hypnotized. This is black girls and white girls too, because I know white girls wear weave too. Don't be hypnotized by the weave. That is not your hair. Like, girl, that is not your hair. You still need to take care of your hair. That still needs to come off, and you're still gonna be left with your hair. And you don't want to be 50, 60 years old with bald patches everywhere like Naomi Campbell or so many other people that you see along the line. So give yourself the best break, or the best chance of being able to reclaim your healthy hair while you still can. And that's why I was like, do you know what, enough is enough. Like you can see my hair now. This is my natural hair. So you can see it's about 12 inches. I measured this hair, right? So you can see the length is possible. I've not relaxed my hair since the start of the year, since like February. And I plan not to relax my hair. I'm not going to be relaxing my hair anymore. I'm not going to be doing anything like that, because relaxers, my God, they can actually cause cancer, and they're so bad for you. Like I'm just like, do you know what, my hair doesn't even need it. If you know how to maintain your hair, take care of your hair so it's moisturized, it's getting all the oils and everything it needs, you don't actually need to relax your hair. Like if your hair has texture, you don't need to put like all these crazy chemicals on it. So I'm like, no more relaxer, I'm not gonna do that. My new growth is about that much now, and I can feel it at the roots. But you know what, when I'm straightening my hair, I just take my time. Like I just do the chase method, and like I'll just double up at the roots, and maybe one day I'll show you my actual straightening method. And it does take me a while, but like I'm only putting heat on my hair like once a week with that straightening and with the blow drying, and that's it. That is it. Like look at my hair, like you would think that it's basically been relaxed. It's not been relaxed since February, March. And you can see the edges. The edges are pretty laid. And again, it's all down to like maintenance.